In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to paint a piece of art with an analogous color scheme. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you know what your analogous color scheme is going to be. It would be 3 to 4 colors that are located directly next to each other on the color wheel. So in my case, I picked red, red, orange, and orange. Now these colors may already be pre-mixed from leftover from another class. So if that's the case, I will give them to you and it'll come with a lid like this. If not, I will give you a little 1 ounce cup and you will go over to the big liquid tempera paint gallons, and using the little pump, you'll just take, for the ones that need to be fully done, you're going to do about 4 or 5 pumps in there, so it's about 3/4 of the way full. Don't fill it up to the rim though. If you're mixing a tertiary color like red orange, you're going to do halfway with orange and halfway with red. And then you'll take the back side of your brush, stir it around until it's totally even. So use the back side of the brush, not the furry part of the brush. And then you'll just wipe it off on the edge, wipe it off with a paper towel, and throw the paper towel out. So then you have your colors all ready. Now these also have lids on them, so you'll kind of have these aside on your placemat. Remember, we always get a placemat for the table when we're painting. Okay, those are located under the black arrow. And we're going to get started painting. Now, since we're only using 3 colors for this painting, or 4 colors maybe, there's not going to be enough variety in the painting to have it be interesting. So what we're going to do is we're also going to mix some tints of these colors. So I'm going to get a plate, use whatever plates I have out there. I usually prefer to use the small ones, but right now all I have are big paper plates. And you're just going to get yourself a little bit of white paint. This is how much you need, okay? Now there's some pictures in the painting center that show you how your palette should be organized. Please look at that picture when you're getting your paint so you know what it shouldn't look like. So let's say I want my background to be a tint, which means a really light value of red orange. I'm going to put a little space away, a little glob of red orange, and then put that aside. So I'm not taking my white and putting it in there or anything, because I want to save that for next time. And then I'm just going to take my red orange and I'm going to swirl it around in my white. Now those swirls look pretty cool, but you want to mix it until the swirls are gone. Now notice I'm not going all over the palette. What I'm doing is I'm actually taking the paint from the sides and pulling it in. When you're painting on a palette or a paper plate, you want to keep your area that you mix in as small a pile of paint as possible, because as you start to mix all over the place, not only do you waste a lot of space on your palette, but then you also, your paint dries faster and then you wind up not being able to paint with that color. So I would like all of you, if we're doing the hot air balloon painting, I would like you to make your background a tint. And it can be a tint of any color that you want. So I'm going to start out with my background. I'm going to go around my hot air balloons. Okay, very carefully. So I'm going to do the whole thing like this. Now this is how my painting is going to look if I'm choosing to have just a flat single color sky. Now you'll notice that when I do this, I go carefully around the edges of the balloon first, and then I work my way out. Don't just go sloppy around it like that. I want to see you really take your time and go around the balloons. So this is sort of what the flat painting background would look like. And if you'd like to do this, I'm fine with that. If you want to do kind of a sunset effect, which a few people have requested I show them how to do, I will show you how to do that on the other side of the picture. Okay, so this is sort of the flat side. And now I'm going to show you how we can do a sunset effect. So I would still like you to mix tints of all of your colors. So I have a red orange here, so I'm going to get myself a little more white so I can mix my tints. So I'm going to have my white and my white. So I'm going to get a little bit of orange here and a little bit of red. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to make sure I have a nice clean brush, and if you're going to wash your brushes, you're going to be getting a bowl to do that at your seat, and then also get yourself a paper towel as well to dry your brushes, because you want to make sure that you're not adding water. So the bowls that I have that I'm using right now, these are actually dog bowls, and they're great because they don't spill, okay? They're spill proof for messy dogs. So I'm going to show you, so when we do a sunset or any kind of a gradient, we want to go in order of the color wheel. So we don't want to do like red, orange, and then red, orange. We want to do red, red, orange, orange, or orange, red, orange, red. So we would go in order of the color wheel. So I'm going to start out by making a tint of orange. Okay, make it nice and light. Now remember, like I said, we're going to pull the color in the middle and get rid of the swirls, but we're not going to make a big swirl over the place. See, I'm so happy now that I didn't make a huge swirl with that all over the plate, because now I would be out of space to mix my other tints. So make sure that you do the same. Only have a little pile of your mixed color. So I'm pretty happy with my tint of orange now. So I'm going to start at the bottom. Now you can go, like I said, you can start with any color that you want. Just make sure that you go in order of the color wheel. And there's a color wheel hanging above the painting center if you need to look at that as well. So I would obviously do the whole bottom this color, but I'm just going to show you a small area so you don't have to watch a 20-minute video. Now it goes orange, then red orange. So I already have my red orange mixed, so now I'm going to do my red orange. So I'll go carefully around my balloon. Okay, so I'll go around all my balloons and really smooth out the paint. You don't want to have globs, because those globs, when they dry, they will crack, because tempera paint, when it dries, cracks if it's too globby. And then once I have that area all painted out, I'm going to take this and kind of blend it down, okay, to kind of blend them together like a little sunset effect. Now I'm going to wash my brush in my dog bowl. So when I'm doing this, I'm scrubbing the bottom of the dog bowl. I'm not just going all over the place. Dry my brush, and now I'm going to mix a tint of red. So a tint of red is really just pink. Okay, so I'm going to mix until my swirls are gone. Okay, and now I'm going to paint here. Now once I've done my background, I can take my regular colors, my pure hues, like red, red, orange, and orange, and I can paint all different kinds of patterns on my hot air balloons. Make sure that you're using small brushes for details, and that you are washing and drying your brushes. Okay, so now I'm just going to come and blend down. So now I go from orange to red. So then I would just use my regular colors, like red, orange, and red, orange, to paint other patterns on my balloons, okay, and really vary it.